Hello everyone. Today we're talking about ratios and simplification. So to start things off, a ratio is a comparison of two quantities using division. We can express ratios in three forms. We can express them as the quantities A to B, we can express them as A colon B, or we can express them as A over B. And for each of these ratios, we're essentially saying that the quantity A is being compared to the quantity B. A to B, A to B, A to B. We can also have what are known as extended ratios, which will compare multiple things, three or more quantities, which can be expressed as A to B to C. Now, in addition to our ratios and our extended ratios, there also exist simplified ratios. Simplified ratios are simply taking our ratio values and simplifying them down to removing any sort of common factors that might be present. So for instance, if we want to write a simplified ratio of the existing ratio 3 sailboats to 6 jet skis, we would first notice that 3 and 6 have a common factor of 3. So we could think about this as 1 sailboat to 2 jet skis. So when we go to write out our simplified ratios, we could write it out as 1 sailboat to 2 jet skis. We could write it out as 1 sailboat to 2 jet skis. Or we could write it out as 1 sailboat to 2 jet skis. All of those would be appropriate. Now, because I'm doing this for hopefully a short video, I'm not writing out the full sailboats and jet skis, but please feel free to do so on your own notes. In B, we have 6 cats to 4 dogs. Well, 6 and 4 both share the common factor of 2. So we can rewrite this, dividing both of them by 2, as 3 cats to 2 dogs. So we can write it as 3 to 2, 3 colon 2, or 3 over 2 to indicate our 3 cats to dogs, 3 cats, 2 dogs, 3 cats, 2 dogs. C, 4 tulips and 9 daffodils. Well, 4 and 9 don't have any common factors to work with, so we're going to leave them as is. We'll have our ratios as 4 to 9, 4 to 9, and 4 to 9. 4 tulips to 9 daffodils expressed as 4 tulips to 9 daffodils, 4 tulips to 9 daffodils, and 4 tulips to 9 daffodils. D, we have, let's change it up, 2 elective classes to 8 classes in a day. 2 and 8 both share a common factor of 2, so we can rewrite them as 1 elective class to 4 classes in a day, or 1 to 4, 1 to 4, or 1 to 4. 1 elective class to 4 classes, 1 elective class to 4 classes, 1 elective class to 4 classes are simplified ratios for our example problems. All right, so an equation stating that 2 ratios are equal is what is known as a proportion. It usually takes the form of 2 fractions being set equal to each other. The ratio of A to B is equal to the ratio between C and D. In the case of proportions, we have two pairs of letters that are important. Our pairs of A and D, which are known as the extremes of the proportion, and the letters B and C, which are known as the means of the proportion. As you may recall from algebra, mean is another word for average. So the extremes and the averages. When determining whether two ratios are proportionate to each other, we use the product of the extremes and the product of the means, which are known as the cross products. These cross products must be equal if the proportion is accurate. So for example, determine whether each pair of ratios form a proportion. A, 4 over 11 and 12 over 33. We want to see if they are accurate, if they are truly a proportion. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our extremes and our means, multiply them together and see if they are equal to each other. So 4 times 33, is that equal to 11 times 12? Well, 11 times 12 is 132. 4 times 33 is equal to 132. And so these two are equal to each other. That is a proper proportion. In B, once more, we're going to identify our extremes of 20 and 7. 20 times 7. We're going to identify our means, 14 and 10. We're going to ask, are they equal to each other? Well, 20 times 7 gives us 140, and 10 times 14 gives us 140. Because 140 is equal to 140, we would say that these are equal to each other, and therefore form a proper proportion. Lastly, 16 to 17 and 8 to 9. Identify our extremes, 16 and 9. Identify our means, 17 and 8. Set up our potential equation. 16 times 9, wrong colors there. 16 times 9. We want to see if that is equal to 17 times 8. Well, 17 times 8 is 136. 16 times 9 is 144. 144 does not equal 136. So C is not a proportion. So bring it all back. A, yes. B, yes. C, no. We'll go into more proportions tomorrow. That's all for today, folks. Take care, and please do the assignment.